So, hello everyone, welcome to the series of the Future Gazing show of 𝙨𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙖𝙘𝙀. I'm Sylvain Mlodyszewski, and I'm pleased to be here today with Kurt Pinoy from our partner Premium Plus. Kurt, welcome to the show. Do you want to introduce yourself very shortly?
Yeah, thank you. You did it well. I'm Kurt, CEO of Premium Plus, one of the go-to-market partners of Zendesk in EMEA, and we are already 11 years there, so a lot of experience and very happy to join you in this call.
Thank you. Thank you. And for today's session, we really want to take a broad approach and have a discussion about the developments of AI. It's on everybody's mouth lately, and everyone is just talking about it. There are news about it every day. And we're pleased to invite a few experts from different fields to really catch their opinion on the pulse of AI today. And in order really to get the conversation going, I really wanted to ask you what short-term changes do you see in the CX space specifically in the next 6 months, for your industry?
Yeah, we see a lot of things happening as we speak. So we first had our own impression when ChatGPT entered and AI entered, and it was a big wow effect. But I think in the first 6 months, I think increasing automation of routine tasks is something we see very well done. Improving natural language processing and let's say sentiment analysis was really something very cool to just understand what customer wants, what their needs are. And that's something very, very well received in our company. And as I said, the first was the wow effect. We built something ourselves in Zendesk to define, okay, what's possible with the ChatGPT and AI. Very impressed. And then we were just looking how to optimize our internal processes and after all interactions with customers. So very happy, excited what's been happening in the last 6 months.
Thank you. Also, I think we see that those late developments were really a lot of quick incremental additions to the same way that we are doing things, but trying to see how we can automate a few of these tasks. If you could now, for our audience, take out your crystal ball and look now, not 6 months, but maybe 5 to 10 years, and really tell us where you think we are headed, or what are your predictions for 5 to 10 years? What could dramatically change the way we do things in customer support?
I think if I look then, it would be, I think, hyper personalization of things. I think that's something that AI can really revolutionize the CX. And predictive analysis maybe also something that I see, very user data. And then, what really excites me is the seamless integrations across all channels there. And ultimately, transforming the way we see the customer journey as a whole.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And one question that comes to mind is obviously for you as the CEO of Premium Plus, your job is to provide services to companies. And we have seen with this huge wave of AIs, a lot of questioning and rightful questioning about what this means for the jobs, what this means for the workers working in that field. And so what's your take on AI cutting jobs versus AI creating new opportunities?
Well, I think in CX you have a lot of let's say you have three different levels. I see self-service as one level, where people expect things to be automated. Let's say if you have a bank app, you don't want to call or contact somebody to just know how much amount of money you have in your bank account. But if you can't pay anymore, then you need to have a personal. You make it personal and be able to speak to an agent. So the human interaction will also be very important. Meaning it's self-service. You can automate a lot of things. What people also expect is so a good mix between both will be very efficient. In the agent workspace, if you look at sentiment or AI making a summary of a long text or providing short reply text, that can just empower agents to become better. Nobody likes to do the repetitive tasks. So if you can make sure that that's automated and make sure that the really tricky conversations go to your agents, that will just empower them, and it will make their role also more attractive, I think. And on the other hand, yeah, the third level is data analyze. If you have a good self-service, good agent workspace, you need to know what happens in a company, and with AI-powered analytics, it can just give you insights of what's really happening and go back to the process and change it if needed. So I see a lot of opportunities with tailor-made solutions for us as a service provider. We even build our own ChatGPT apps on the Zendesk platform. So I see opportunities and new opportunities in conversations in data analysis. So it's a good mix, but I think AI will never take everything over. It's a good mix between the repeating tasks to be automated and deliver a personal experience whenever it needed, because that will just make ambassadors of your clients. That's the goal of our existence here.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. And also, I think speaking of like empowering the agent, empowering people more than like trying to replace, I think it's the right approach. And maybe can you share, like, from your perspective, like, can you share like tips and tricks or how you and the team at Premium Plus have adopted some of these new automation tools inside of your daily jobs?
Yeah, it was not orchestrated, but at a certain moment I was just looking in our own support agent workspace, and I saw an app that our people were building to get a summary, the reply. I said, what the hell is this? And they were just experimenting with whatever the possibilities are. And I think as one of the leading go-to-market partners, I really am proud to have such a team that is always looking to innovate and rethink the things we do. So I just by wonder saw what they were doing in our own environment, and I said, why the hell are we not making two apps out of that? And we made one summary app that just makes a summary and a nice resume of whatever and intention and everything. And then the reply app was yeah, also a cool app that we launched. So I think it's how everything starts with listening to our clients, and then see whatever opportunities they are, like with you guys or with other tech partners, and make out the best solution for our clients. That's our goal. Listen, and then come with suggestions. And I must say, our clients are really looking forward to whatever AI brings to the table, but they see also some risks. But in our case, all departments are using it now, but not only using it and then just not making a control out of it, but just use it on a good way and then personalize it whenever needed. That's that advice. But very happy to see what our team has been developing the last 6 months also.
Great to hear that. And actually, I'd like to follow up on a topic with now like the huge hype around like AI and ChatGPT. Obviously, like a lot of clients are a bit, I imagine, like a bit lost in this ocean of information. And so like, I assume it's like your place also as a service, provider, to also help your clients like navigate these waters and really like identify the right solutions. Like, so is that something where your clients like come to you and say like, hey, like I hear about those like AI buzzwords, like, can you help me like navigate this, and how can I leverage these new technologies?
Yeah, 100%. I think the tool is one way to come to your end goal, but the guide is, in our belief, the most important one that will bring the best practices, not only with Zendesk, but let's say they are looking for a phone solution. If you go to the marketplace of Zendesk, you will find 200 solutions. Yeah, they're lost. The same with AI, they are lost. So we try to be as good experts in Zendesk and collaborate with tech partners where they have added value on top of the features of Zendesk. And yeah, we guide them, or we do it ourselves, you know us. But the most important thing, we listen and then try to guide them in the community to the best partner for a specific use case and connect people. I also don't see other partners as competitors. I think we all have our place. We all have our, let's say, our specialties, and we should collaborate instead of competing against each other. That's how I see business. That's what we have been doing 11 years. We would not be here if we had not collaborated with other tech partners as we speak.
I think the same way. Obviously, like I work in partnerships, and I'm really glad that you and the team at Premium Plus have also made the choice of collaborating with 𝙬𝙬𝙗𝙬 as a tech partner, and also like trusting our technology to be the right fit for your customers. like bringing it back, like maybe to like more like AI in the broad sense. Like one thing you mentioned in one of your last answers was you kind of like insinuated, like you talked about the risks inherent to AI, and there are risks. Like, can you maybe like develop a bit on this, like from your own experience and what you hear from your customers?
Yeah, I think some, let's call it pitfalls or whatever you see. It's, let's say that I think you should really define very well the scope of AI, where the resources are to guide customers with content, because you can't open it for everything. The resource needs to be very well controlled, I think, where to find all the data, so that you don't allow it that they will use fake news or whatever that exists on the web. So making a really define the scope is something what I see as a pitfall, but we are working on that, and I think that's the number one. And number two, I think, is, let's say, call it human oversight to check if the answers are really correct. And I think especially when it comes to sensitive customer interactions. And that's why I said also it should be by creating a trust between, is a good mix between what can be automated and what should be a personal contact with an agent. That's where I think is a good mix. And everything via AI would be a bad idea, I think. But that finding that good mix to build trust and upscale customer satisfaction, because people will love it if it's personalized, if it's to the point, and if they can skip it and go to personal contact, then you got it, I think. But that's what I see as risks.
That makes total sense, and I think like we see eye to eye on this. Like with obviously with our platform, like we released like Ultimate GPT, which enables like companies to have like in a few seconds like a new chatbot that is limited to the knowledge base and help center that they would provide. And we have our machine learning engineers and R&D team that has worked extensively to limit what we call like hallucination. So we basically where like the AI would be generated like wrong facts. So there is definitely like a lot of work that needs to be invested like upstream in order to control and create a solution that looks super standard, but at the same time that like where we have invested in the back, like those R&D efforts to make sure that from the get-go, you can just plug it in and it just works. And I think that's a very important aspect. So Kurt, thanks a lot for today and for this session. Just before we part ways, like, do you have any like final words or anything else that you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I think what I wanted to share is that we should, let's say, embrace AI and then combine the strengths of AI with the human empathy and creativity. And that will lead finally, I think, to really, truly, great customer experience. So that's the main message I want to give. There are risks, there are opportunities, a lot of things that are happening. But yeah, I see it as an opportunity, and looking forward to the future.
Thanks a lot, Kurt, for today, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.